My name is Aaron Watkins, and this is my sneaker assignment for my capstone, basically discussing how influential sneakers are to pop culture and everyday life for a lot of people.
My name is Sharon Pearson. I am a senior at Lehman College in Media Communication Studies, and I am an aspiring sports media professional. Good at me. How do I feel about sneakers, and are they important to my attire? I love sneakers, and they are extremely important to my attire because you can't have athleisure without sneakers.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chemist Nightook, or AK. And yeah, so for the first question, I'm kind of indifferent about sneakers. I do consider them important to my attire, but growing up when I was younger, I always used to be really pressed to get like some new kicks, to be like, yo, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, and eventually never really get it. But as I got older, I became fine with me not having it doesn't have to be like the Jordans or like the newest Nikes, whatever. For me, as long as the sneakers are comfortable and they look good and they go well with my fit, I'm fine with it.
First question is, how do you feel about sneakers? And the second question is, are they important? I feel like I can answer both questions in one answer. I feel like they are important. That's how I feel about sneakers. Sneakers is very important to your fit. It can make or break your outfit. Some people say that's the first thing that people see when they look at you.
I feel like sneakers are important to my attire. I think it adds a lot to like the drip. It adds a lot to the clothing. It brings out great color in what you're wearing.
How do you feel about sneakers? I love sneakers. I collect sneakers and I wear sneakers. I have probably 40 plus shoes. Yeah, so right now it's not that much for sneakerhead, but it's kind of like getting there. Yes, they are important to my attire. I'm a very stylish person, so I look for clothes first, and the shoes I have to have the shoes always complement the outfit. Shoes like an extra oomph to the outfit, so I'm always good with that.
I love sneakers because they pretty much helped me to become the man I am. It kind of got interesting to see people I grew up with talk about these shoes, and then when you kind of delve into them yourself, you begin to see that they're pretty cool, they have great storylines, they have a different purpose. Oh, they are definitely important to one's outfit. It is important to understand that you can't wear any shoe with any outfit because that doesn't look right at all.
Favorite, most memorable shoe I had is the Off-White Jordan 1 Chicago.
As of right now, my favorite sneaker in my possession is my Vapor Max, my Flyknit Vapor Max at that, because they are literally the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn in my life.
One of my memorable ones, that's two right there. That's just like little ones that I have now. A lot of them was sold or whatever, but I like my collection.
My favorite and most memorable sneaker would have to be the Sport Blue 6s. The reason why is because I remember when I first wore it, that was the day I lost my wallet on the bus.
And for me, I think the most memorable sneaker that will have to be the Adidas Show Tops. I don't know whether it's clean, dirty. They go with any fit. They go with anything.
The most memorable sneaker I've ever owned in my life, most memorable sneaker I probably owned was the Galaxy Foamposites or the Air Max Atmos 95. And the Air Max Atmos 95 are a special shoe because they are the Air Max 95 that had a safari print with all the safari animals meshed into the design. So that was pretty cool.
I'm pretty ambivalent about it because it's you get in where you fit in when it comes to getting shoes. If you can get them, you can, but if not, then you probably have to wait for the next release, or you just don't get them.
And honestly, when it comes to people reselling sold out shoes, I really don't care about it. Go ahead and make your money how you want to make it. I won't lie though, the only thing that does kind of, I will say annoy me would be the fact that let's say it's a sneaker that I like, and next time I see it, it's 2-3 times of a retail price.
I mean, I was in the market once for it. I know sometimes it could be a headache, especially if you want the shoe for yourself, but you know people is getting it just to resell it. It can be annoying, but that's what comes with the game.
And for people who resell sneakers, I feel like if that's your hustle, then go for it. You know, I believe that that's a good hustle. And I believe if you really have a passion for like that type of style and lingo, just don't let it consume you. But if you have a passion for it and it's a nice style and you really like selling sneakers and it can help you in future business ventures, then go for it. Go for it.
So I don't have a problem with people reselling shoes because New York City is expensive and people get their money how they get them legally, and I respect that. I'd rather not people, sell drugs, scam, and all that. So that's cool. What I don't like about reselling is reselling kind of judges if a shoe is hot or not. Like,
I'm not against people reselling shoes, but my thing is I hate when people try to take advantage knowing how much interest there are in the shoe and try to upsell beyond the price. There's no way I should be looking at a shoe that costs $160 and now that I gotta buy it from a third party, I have to pay upwards of $500. It's not fair and it doesn't make any sense.
And honestly though, there's actually a lot of advantages and disadvantages when it comes to buying sneakers online. For me, I would say like one disadvantage is that I'm not able to actually physically put on the shoe or see the shoe. I'm a size 13, so a lot of times, if the sneaker runs too small, it's a problem. So if I buy it online, I can't tell whether it runs small or whether it runs big or not, So, or whether it runs true to size at all in general. So for me, I think that's like one of the biggest disadvantages of buying online. However, a big advantage of buying online is that I'm more likely to find my size, I'm a size 13, and most times that I know is that when I go to look for my shoes on my size online, my size tends to be there the longest before it would sell out,
One disadvantage that comes to mind when I think of buying sneakers online is the delay, or you're not able to touch or feel or see in person. You have to just decide whether it's the right fitting or the right style for you, how it looks with your clothing. You gotta see that already before you actually buy it. So that in-person type connection, you don't really get that, so that can be a disadvantage as well. You don't know sometimes who you're dealing with. You may order off of a bad website or bad site, so you've taken a risk as well with a third party. An advantage though is the fact that you're getting it straight to your crib. At the same time, you don't have to go through the labor. Some people see it that it's easier, not to have to go out and buy the sneaker. They just, it's an instant, quick fix to their problems if they really want the sneakers right away. So that can be an advantage.
so advantages is you can always find a cheap price. You can always find a cheap price on a shoe online. You can always probably get a promotion of some sort. I know it's not fake, and I'm knowledgeable on what looks not good or not real. So I'm personally good with that.
The disadvantages of buying sneakers online is that, you often find it hard to actually experience the shoe in person to really pass good judgment on if you are trying to invest in a shoe or not, because no one wants to buy a shoe online and then send it back if it doesn't fit properly. So that's probably the only disadvantage. The big advantage nowadays is that if you know exactly what the shoe is and how it fits, you don't have to wait on any lines. You don't have to deal with the people waiting on lines, arguing, trying to disrespect, doing the most. And it comes straight to your doorstep. So what's better than convenience at this point?
I think the biggest sneaker that has shifted popular culture, Nike Air Force Ones.
I have a couple actually. I think the first one, obviously, I have to say, Adidas. Adidas definitely. Jordan for sure. Definitely shifted the culture with his own. And then last but not least, I want to say Kanye. This is both with the joints he made with Nike, the Air Yeezys, and the Yeezy Boost that he's been making currently with Adidas.
Some sneakers that I feel shifted, foam posits, Jordans, collab sneakers. Collab sneakers do create the hype where I feel like if the sneaker is good enough to sell itself, it would really create a buzz. For instance, the Off-White collabs that he got with Jordan, like just collabs in general, often make two sides of a spectrum come together.
Sneakers that I felt shifted pop culture, definitely Jordans. I mean, that's literally, ever since middle school, everybody wanted a pair of Jordans. High school people wanted pairs of Jordans. The next Jordans that come out, that shifted pop culture. I mean, it connects people together. It makes people want to buy even more sneakers or venture out to other sneakers. I mean, from people talking about the material to the way it's structured, the way it fits their feet. It's a connection even to the actual basketball player himself.
Biggest difference between StockX and GOAT is that GOAT is a little bit more verifiable than StockX is, especially from what you told us the other day, where like people are able to buy like fake StockX tags to put on counterfeit sneakers. With GOAT, I feel like it's a little bit more vetted.
I would have to say some of my favorite sneakers that would have to be GOAT. GOAT is the one that I use the most. I know I've heard about sneakers, but I haven't used sneakers before because I keep seeing people online talking about how, they trying to buy it, but for some reason it's sold out right when it drops. So I never experienced that. I don't want to experience that. StockX has like a good selection, but I have to be honest, its interface is really confusing for me. I'm really not sure how to work around it. So if I'm on StockX, it's just like to look and see. But honestly, the easiest one for me has been GOAT, and I will be championing GOAT for a long, long time.
I feel like they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Like the StockX page really do give you an idea of where the market is in the shoe. Like they make it like a stock market for you, and you get to see the highs and lows of the shoe. I haven't really used GOAT as much as StockX, but I still do have it. But I've seen with GOAT, is the differences with certain sneakers they have more readily available to you than StockX.
Well, my favorite sneaker app is GOAT because you could buy dead stock and used shoes. So sometimes I don't want to pay like a crazy price on a dead stock shoe. I could just look for a used one and see if it looks like good enough for me to wear, and I just buy it. That's the difference between going to StockX. StockX, you just buy straight dead stock shoes, and if you're like a real reseller, like StockX is a real help because it has like an actual like meter market of like how the money of a shoe goes up or down in resale value, as opposed to GOAT. They just sells it.
Honestly speaking, the difference between StockX and GOAT for me personally is that GOAT has way better prices, but StockX has way better variety. That's really the major difference to me personally, because at the end of the day, StockX is popular, but GOAT, they have the sleepers. Sleepers meaning they have sneakers that people are often overlooking in the pursuit of a popular shoe. And I don't seek popular shoes. For me personally, the best places to find sneakers were Round 2, based out of Stanton Street in Lower East Side. Northern Boulevard, a sneaker store called Image NY in Queens, and they have a lot of sneakers for sale. You can buy them brand new, used, everything works that way. Kith has some good shoes, and Kith have a lot of great collaborations as well. So Kith, that's another shoe store that serves a great purpose. So basically, I learned how to buy and sell kicks through Sneaker Freaker, Nike Talk, and Soul Collector. And those were the forums where there were people who were in the need to know basis, and it allowed for me to learn what sneakers are popular, where to get it from, the places that people overlook, and that allowed me to be great. And I've made one of my best friends through selling sneakers. Philip Fleming is his name. He got his master's in fine arts, and he just got married in October. His wedding was phenomenal, and we had a great time. And that whole relationship I have with him, it began because we both had a passion for sneakers, and we both just loved that we can just go places. And funny enough, we couldn't afford the sneakers most of the time. I'm not gonna lie, we were 14 years old. We would go to sneaker stores and just say one day. And nowadays, we got everything we want, so it doesn't even matter. Shout out to you, Phil. I think no one has had a bigger influence and impact with sneaker culture than Kanye West. Because Kanye West, his sole intention was to get in the fashion industry. But once he realized fashion executives didn't like his attitude, he went his own lane. He had a collaboration with Louis Vuitton. He's had a collaboration with Nike with 2 shoes, and they both were popular hits. And in October of 2015, he released the first Yeezy. The first Yeezy came out 5 years ago, and now today Yeezy's marketed at $3.3 billion. So that should tell you that your influence and what you create in this world can help you push your brand forward. And as you can see, Kanye West's brand is not going anywhere anytime soon. My name is Aaron Watkins. I appreciate you looking at my capstone video. Thank you so much. It's a wrap.